I almost didn't say anything that night. My lips were closed, but my heart was screaming. One sentence stayed stuck in my chest, and if I hadn't spoken it, I'm not sure my marriage would have survived. Before I tell you this story, I want to know something about you. Do quiet stories matter to you? The kind that sit with you after the video ends. If you enjoy quiet stories like this, subscribe to this channel. It helps these stories reach the people who need them, even when they don't know they do yet. And if you've ever had a moment that changed you quietly, without noise, without drama, press like, then leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. Now, let me tell you what happened. Take a breath. What I'm about to share isn't loud, but it's honest. I sat on the edge of the bed, fingers twisting together, listening to the quiet between us. Williams was across the room, loosening his tie slowly, like he had all the time in the world. But I knew that silence. I had lived in it for years. The kind of silence that isn't peaceful, just careful. We had been married a long time, long enough to know each other's habits, long enough to stop asking certain questions, long enough to pretend some feelings would fade if ignored. That night, I felt something pressing against my chest, a truth and fear. I almost didn't say anything, because what if speaking made things worse? What if the words came out wrong? What if I finally said how I felt and realized it was already too late? Williams turned to me. "You okay, Caroline?" I nodded too quickly. "I'm fine." That was my old answer. Safe, predictable, a lie we both accepted. But this time, my voice shook. "Actually," I said softly, "I'm not." He paused, really paused, not halfway, listening like before. He came closer, sat beside me, his knee brushing mine. That small touch sent a rush through me, familiar but distant like a memory. "What's wrong?" he asked. I swallowed. This was the moment. I could still stay quiet. I almost did. But then I remembered all the nights I lay awake beside him, wanting to be held, wanting to be chosen, wanting him to see me again, not just as his wife, but as Caroline. "I miss you," I whispered. Williams didn't speak right away, so I kept going before fear could stop me. "I miss the way you used to look at me. I miss your hands on my waist when you walked past. I miss feeling like you wanted me, not just needed me." The room felt heavy. My heart pounded so loud I thought he could hear it. Then Williams reached for my hand. Not rushed, not hesitant, just sure. "I thought you didn't want that anymore," he admitted quietly. "You stopped reaching for me. You stopped saying anything." My eyes burned, because I thought you were tired of me. He exhaled, a long, broken breath. "Caroline, I've been waiting for you to say something." That's when it hit me. We had both been silent, both afraid, both missing the same thing. He lifted my hand to his lips and pressed a slow kiss against my fingers. Not rushed, not playful, a kiss full of apology and longing. I felt it everywhere. He leaned closer, his forehead resting against mine. "I never stopped wanting you. I didn't think. I didn't hesitate." I kissed him. Soft at first, careful, like we were learning each other again. Then deeper, familiar, warm, real. His hand slid to the back of my neck, pulling me closer, and suddenly years of distance melted into one breathless moment. That kiss said everything we hadn't. When we finally pulled back, his thumb brushed under my eye, wiping away a tear I hadn't noticed. "I'm glad you spoke," he said. So was I. Because sometimes love doesn't disappear. It just waits for someone brave enough to speak first. That kiss didn't end things. It opened something. Williams didn't pull away right after. Neither did I. We stayed close, breathing the same air, like we were afraid the moment might disappear if we moved too fast. "I forgot how this feels," I whispered. He smiled, small, honest. "Me too." He stood and offered his hand, the way he used to when we were younger, when everything felt like an adventure. I took it without thinking. He led me to the couch, pulling me gently beside him. His arms settled around my shoulders, not possessive, just present. I leaned into him, my head resting against his chest, listening to his heartbeat. Strong, steady, familiar. "I've been carrying so much," William said quietly. "Work, expectations. I didn't realize I was leaving you alone while trying to hold everything together." I traced slow circles on his palm. "I didn't want to add to your weight, so I stayed quiet." He tilted my chin up, so I had to look at him. "Next time we speak, even if it's messy." I nodded. He kissed my forehead first, then my cheek, each one slow, intentional, like he was rediscovering me piece by piece. When his lips finally met mine again, it was different. Not desperate, not rushed. It was warm, reassuring, like coming home. I felt his smile against my mouth. I laughed softly into the kiss, surprised by how natural it still felt. "You still laugh the same way," he murmured. "And you still kiss like you mean it," I replied. That earned another kiss, longer this time. His hand rested at my waist, pulling me closer until there was no space left for doubt. I felt wanted, seen, chosen. We talked for hours that night, about things we'd avoided, about fears, about how love doesn't die, it just gets buried under silence. At one point, I rested my head on his shoulder, eyes heavy. He kissed the top of my hair and whispered, "I don't ever want to go back to how we were." "Neither do I said. Before we went to bed, he stopped me at the doorway. "Caroline," he said softly. "Yes, I'm proud of you for speaking." My heart swelled, because that night taught me something I wish I'd known sooner. Silence doesn't protect love. Speaking does. And sometimes all it takes is one brave sentence to bring two hearts back together. If this story stayed with you for a moment, if it made you pause or feel something quietly, you're welcome to subscribe and stay. More stories like this will be here whenever you need them. And if you'd like, you can like the video too. It helps these stories reach the people who might need them. Thank you for listening.